start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. James Worthy's checked in for Smith.
Oh! And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Reverse that one home. Now that was nice, real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control.
How about the power and grace on that finish?
Green, the screen. Outside, Scott on the wing. Green lets the three fly. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. The Warriors on top. They lead by 3. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants. And in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
We've got Worthy. Magic Johnson is out there with Byron Scott. Then it's Divac. And it's Green in at the 4 spot. That's the Laker 5. Johnson against Curry. Johnson kicks it over to Worthy. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
Johnson against Curry. Inside, Valanciunas. Nice D from Divac. Lakers trail by 3. Scott with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. Divac sets a screen. The drive by Scott. Green inside. Working on Green. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Eldon Campbell, he's checked in for Divac. Perkins comes in for Green, and Gary Neal subbed in for Byron Scott.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Got a piece of it. And, oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. Durant with a wide-open look. And he gets it to go from the corner. Durant's got 8 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
2 shots. And Johnson drops them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Warriors leading by 5. Kemp, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And it's Johnson penetrating. And he banks in the layup. Johnson's got 8 points.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside. And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it. And he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little great hand. I thought you were talking about the knees, my man. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
Here's...
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on him now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. And we've reached the end of the third. Warriors lead by 7. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Lakers trail by 7 on the court for Golden State here in the fourth. They've got Jonas Valanciunas. Draymond Green is out there with Kemp. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Durant in at the 2 spot. Divac sets a screen. Scott the pass to Divac. The Warriors pull it in. Durant's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Here's Valanciunas.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
Curry brings the double. Scott dishes to Green. Pass to Drew. And Scott has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark. Warriors leading by 8. Curry kicks to Green. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's the Lakers with the ball. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. Drew passes to Scott. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Divac sets a screen. Shot clock at 5. From deep. Scott missing again.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Green kicks to Curry. Valanciunas dishes to Kemp. It's stolen by Divac. 1:09 left in the fourth. And Durant sends it back. Curry passes to Kemp. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Vlade Divac.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Shawn Kemp. He's got 10 points and also a block shot. You talk about being on. He's been it. Not even one missed shot so far.
This is superhuman stuff we're seeing today, guys.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Lakers. Shot left block. Green with the block. And they're able to recover. And Green gets it to go. It's stolen by Divac.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're losing by 5. There's 42 seconds left in the game. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I had a chance to find out what Los Angeles' coach was going over with his guys. Despite the deficit, he told his guys, I've got confidence in you. We've had our backs against the wall before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, can they retake the lead?
Durant, and it falls over the rim and in. And the Warriors lead by 5.
You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're behind by 5. 34 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
They need to get a quick bucket here. If there's more than 24 seconds left afterwards, they can try for a stop. If there's less, they'll have to foul.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. The quick look, no good that time. And an intentional foul right there. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he ends up missing both free throws. Game could be on the line right here.
It's basically now or never for them.
What a tough position. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. The kick out to Word. And there's the feed to D-Box. 4 on the shot clock. Scott dishes to D-Box. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. It's Curry outside. And yes, sir, that one drops.
You know, on defense, even on an inbounds play, you can't leave three-point shooters alone on the perimeter. They paid for it there.
And the Lakers call time here. They're down by 8. 1 second left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, they can call all the timeouts they want, but really, I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah, I'm ready to go home just like the players are. There's nothing they can do to salvage this one right now. Let's go. Get out of here. Game done.
Yep.
He summed it up.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't think we need to comment after that.
Adios.
Sam Perkins, James Smith, Larry Drew.
From deep, Johnson, and the miss. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And now, we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Shawn Kemp. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. We've got the Detroit Pistons facing the Golden State Warriors. And it's the Pistons to start out. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Darko Milicic out there with Wallace. Then there's Tayshaun Prince. Then there's Chauncey Billups. And it's Hamilton in a shooting guard. Now here is Hamilton. Wallace with a screen on Durant. 6 to shoot. Wallace attacking. Shots good by Milicic.
And how about that? Just an easy way to get on the board.
And just like that, Greg, the first lead belongs to them.
To the inside. Here's Green. That's tipped. And that will be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Here is Kemp. Green kicks to Kemp. Golden State moving the ball around. Prince dishes to Billups. Durant against Prince. Pass to Billups. Clock at 6. Here's Milicic. He hits it from 9. Milicic has got his second basket. For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off the loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Here's Kemp, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Hamilton with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Milicic kicks to Prince. The shot will not go. Great D that time from Green. Durant, the pass to Kemp, and the rejection by Milicic. They get it back. No good from Durant.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Billups, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Green dishes to Kemp. Rebounded by Milicic. Golden State on D. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Their percentage from long range in that game was off the charts. Seemed like anytime the fans got a little hostile, they just started to take it up a notch from beyond.
The bombs were really falling, weren't they? I mean, great shooting, especially when you consider it was on the road. And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game. Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Here's Hunter. Wallace a screen. Here's Z, and Durant sends it back. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it, the fast break chance.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Hunter from deep, and no good trying to get that one. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Warriors on top. They lead by 2. And we'll get the second quarter. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Golden State looking at who they've got. We've got Green, Kemp is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Durant. And it's Curry in at the one spot. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant. Here's Prince. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. 5 to shoot. Here's Hamilton. The step-back jumper is good.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Curry kicks to Valanciunas. Passes to Kemp. Back to Valanciunas. And he jams it with authority.
Hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Curry passes to Valanciunas. Misses that one. His first miss of the night. 2 for 3. .139 left to play here in the half. Kemp dishes to Curry. Kemp kicks to Curry. Billups against Kemp. And Billups, here we go. Prince, right side. And yes, a nice assist from Billups. And this game is tied up now. And the Warriors with possession here. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter.
Give it up for Martha Arena, your Warriors girls.
The screen from Campbell. Durant against Hamilton. Shot clock at 6. Campbell inside. Great D that time from Kemp. And it's the Warriors ball. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way.
Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. A resounding dunk.
Just a take-no-chance slam by the big fella.
Campbell is screen on Curry. Billups attacking. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. The first free throw is good. Detroit making a switch here. He hits both from the stripe.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
The Warriors leading. Curry attacking. To the middle. It's deflected. And taken away by Wallace.
Yeah, the shot clock's off. This could be the last possession of the quarter.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. That's exactly what they should have in mind here.
Wallace with the screen on Durant. Look from Wallace. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall. And we're through the first half of basketball. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Chauncey Billups with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And what he gives his team, guys, is an edge. He just lights up an arena when he gets it going. And in that first half, young fella had it going.
Not just an edge, though, Greg. I think he gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have. And he's a special player to have around, no doubt about that.
On the floor for Detroit, Chauncey Billups out there with Richard Hamilton. Then it's Wallace. Then it's Darko Milicic. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Kemp. Durant's got the lead up to 4 now for the Warriors. Durant's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Wallace a screen. Here's Hamilton. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Green kicks to Kemp. Dishes it to Curry. Free throw line jump shot. Billups gets the rebound.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
90 seconds now into the second half. Milicic kicks to Billups. Sinks the three-pointer. Billups has got 9.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
To the inside. Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
1:16 left in the third.
Give it up for him, Arthur Arena.
Here's Hunter, guarded by Curry. Wallace the screen, and Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Hunter. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Right side Curry. There's the dish to Valanciunas. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Hunter, the pass to Campbell. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
You know, I think, Kevin, they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
It's Curry with the drive. Soft touch off the glass. Curry's got his second basket of the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
The third quarter comes to a close. Warriors ahead. They lead by 4. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
Check it out.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Pistons trail by 4. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Draymond Green is out there with Sean Kemp. And it's Durant. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Curry in at the point guard position. That's the Warriors' 5. Shots good by Milicic.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Durant dishes to Valanciunas. Outside Kemp. To the middle, and stolen by Prince. Kicks to Billups to tie it up. The shot no good, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Durant with it, guarded now by Tayshaun Prince. Durant against Billups. Durant kicks to Kemp. Shot clock at 5. Feeds it to Valanciunas. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Here's Hamilton. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Hamilton hits both of them.
No problem for him there. You just know what the result's going to be when he steps to the line in a tight game like this.
Curry kicks to Valanciunas. Down low. Here's Durant. Uses both ends to slam it down.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. 1:30 left to play in the final quarter. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, head coach of the Pistons had some words for his team over the break. He wants them to pick it up and really go for it right now, saying, no time like the present, gentlemen. Embrace it. Embrace the spotlight, and let's make it happen. Kevin, let's see what they can do.
Hamilton with it. Guarded now by Durant. Milicic kicks to Wallace. Wallace the screen. Pass to Prince. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Double team on Billups to take the lead. Milicic, no luck. And here are the Warriors now. It's a one-point game. Durant up top, covered by Hamilton. Curry passes to Valanciunas. Golden State moving it around. It's Durant with the drive. He kicks to Green. And stolen by Billups. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Wallace dishes to Hamilton. Can't cash in.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and you'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
Nicely done. Without much separating these teams, that's when you have to make good at the line.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're losing by 1. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Well, if they've got a play that they use to get a quality shot, this is the time to run.
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They trail by 1. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Billups knocking down one of those. Par for the course.
Eight seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Valanciunas kicks to count. And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate and
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
Hit on my laps in the gym, the sweat ran off my skin. They thought I ran out of breath, but I was just catching my wind. That only happens to them. I gotta capture my win. I practice 31 days a month and I practice again. Was born equipped with sportsmanship, so I just laugh and I grin. Victory is my objective, I don't have to pretend. Spread my wings like an eagle and let them flap in the wind. No guts, no glory, no pain, no gain. These are actions of men. My teammate is a warrior, got my back to the end. My offense is God sent. You gon' have to defend. My crossover is vicious, I got more swagger than him. Hit the bottom of the net or the back of the rim. Your style is a flagrant foul. Your score, I'ma take it down. All of your trash talking was pointless. Say it now, you slacking in goaltending. My actions are bone chilling. Got the home court advantage. I'm back on the road winning.
I gotta hold down the city.
Gotta let you know where I come from.
I gotta hold.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Early season's greetings, NBA fans. I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks for joining us. Got Shaquille O'Neal here. Got Kenny the Jet Smith here for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Boston Celtics as they go up against the Golden State Warriors at their home, Oracle Arena. Last outing for the Warriors, unsuccessful.
Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. A contest between conferences, Oracle Arena, Oakland, California, where the Warriors take their home floor. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston. They controlled everything in both games last year, going 2-0.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
They may have wished for more games against them. A definite disparity in talent. We'll see if they take advantage again tonight.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. We've got Mickey. Martin is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Horford. And it's Hayward in at the 3 slot.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin. But you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
And for Irving, he did come into last year hot. I mean, he won the MVP in international play while with Team USA.
And Kemp slams it in.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Irving against Curry. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And for Kyrie, taking home the MVP and a Team USA tourney like that, it's a huge ego boost. I mean, of all the stars on that team, he shined the brightest. And I think that's going to help his confidence for this year.
Here's Martin following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Left side, Martin. 4 on the shot clock. That doesn't go either for Martin. The Warriors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Pass to Mickey. Hayward on the wing. No good. The Warriors go the other way with it. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yes, sir. I think some doubt started to creep in when they kept missing those foul shots. I mean, you could see them start to shy away from wanting to even go to the line.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Passes it to Kemp. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Substitution for the Celtics.
Irving. The shot is off. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Warriors lead by 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful tenure with the Butler Bulldogs. He talked about the challenge of making that decision.
The only hard part of that decision is leaving a place that you really loved for 13 years. I couldn't have left without knowing that it was.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks Boston and stockpile.
Well, I don't know how he would address that question, but I do know he's feeling real good about his decision. I mean, taking the Celtics to the playoffs in just his second season, I mean, I think he's one of the bright coaching stars in the NBA today. It was the NBA's game and college basketball's loss when he moved on to the Celtics.
Well said.
Marcus Morris.
And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Curry is out there with Durant. Then there's Sean Kemp. Then it's Green. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5 down low. Now here's Durant. Clock at 4. 13 feet away. Great D that time from Green. You go back to before last season with Durant. He was set to lead Team USA to their tournament, but had to withdraw from the team.
And, you know, withdrawing, Kevin, might have been the right play to keep him healthy. He still ended up on the shelf a good while last year, but I still think it was the right decision on his part.
Some changes for Boston. Horford comes in for Tyler Zeller. And Gordon Haywards is subbed in for Brown. And stolen by Horford. Green dishes to Smart. Kicks it to Horford. Horford double team. He feeds it to Hayward. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford.
And as competitive as Durant is, you know, it was strange to see him take himself off of Team USA. But let's face it, that Paul George injury played a big role, not only in his decision, but in a lot of guys throughout the league.
The Celtics making a switch here. Martin's checked in, and some changes here for the Celtics. Mickey's checked in for Marcus Morris, and Irving subbed in for Marcus Smart. Irving kicks to Horford. Oh, that's blocked. Now the Warriors moving it up. Durant's got the ball. Green, the pass to Kemp. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Kemp's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And, you know, Durant was not the only one affected by that injury to Paul George. To see something like that happen in an exhibition game can make anybody think twice about summer play.
Now here's Hayward. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. That's good.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
And Curry, here we go. The pass to Valanciunas and stolen by Horford. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Irving. Another miss by Irving.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Durant against Martin. Durant dishes to Kemp. Outside Irving. It's stolen by Green. Good if it goes. No good. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Boston on top, up 3. And time now to go. Courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Guys, I'm here with Stephen Curry, and Steph, Coach made a point of stating how important the physical presence would be in this game. How important is that going to be for the team in the second half?
That's a big deal. I mean, just being physical and, make the right plays, and then hopefully put ourselves in good position to win.
You've got to match that opponent's intensity, Steph. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within. And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third quarter set to go.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season, but give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
On the court for the Celtics, they've got Horford. Irving is out there with Martin, and it's Hayward, and it's Mickey in at the 4 slot. Now here is Martin. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 6 on the shot clock. Irving with a clean look. And a miss there on the triple.
And, for the Celtics, the actual playoff series didn't go well. They got swept by the Cavaliers, but most people will remember the injuries from the series more than the play. And the Celtics have a bright future, no doubt.
Here is Kemp. 6 points for him. And Boston with the rebound. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Well, listen, it was a forgettable series for Celtics fans. However, the Celtics' young core were able to experience postseason basketball. That's something that you can really never replicate. I'm sure they'll be hungry for more of it, and credit Brad Stevens on a terrific job.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Boston making some changes. Morris is checked in for Mickey. Gerald Green comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Smart subbed in for Martin. Curry kicks to Valanciunas, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Some nice passing by Golden State. Kemp kicks to Valanciunas. Back to Kemp. The dish to Durant. For the lead. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Celtics with the lead. And the wide open shot from Green. Boston again missing. Warriors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And Gerald Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Curry passes to Valanciunas. Back to Curry. To the paint. And there's Valanciunas on the assist by Curry. 10 points now for Valanciunas.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
3/4 of play in a close game here. Warriors lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. The Warriors leading. Sean Kemp is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Durant. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Right side Curry. To the inside. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
And that one's good. And here are the Warriors now. They lead by 1. And stolen by Zeller. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. This is DeMorris. Kemp against Hayward. Another shot. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Really on the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
Curry dishes to Valanciunas. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Some good play from Valanciunas in this one. He has 12 points and a block. You talk about being on, he's been it. Not even 1 missed shot so far.
This is superhuman stuff we're seeing today, guys.
In a crucial spot, he is always so solid at the line. He rarely wastes those opportunities.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're down by 1. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. He told them to stick with what's worked to this point, saying, listen, they're giving us all the space we need inside. Let's take advantage of it. Keep working the ball inside the paint.
Thank you, Doris. Martin kicks to Irving, makes it off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 1. Clark, neither team with a big advantage here in the fourth quarter.
5 times we've had the lead switch so far. I mean, back and forth we go.
And Clark, that could rise again before we're through. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
It's stolen by Valanciunas. Up the floor. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist from Green. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
That's good.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Warriors have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
Went for the 2-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Horford with the screen on Durant. And it's Martin penetrating. He kicks it to Horford. Warriors with the rebound.
defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And the wide open shot from Morris. Good. And that shot brings them to within just one.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Curry passes to Valanciunas. Yes!
Boy, there's a little extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's going to stop that.
Not when he comes in with the tomahawk. That's just too much force.
Goodness, you cannot punch it any harder than that.
Out to Morris. A three ball. It's in! A tremendous three to tie it up.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Curry dishes to Durant. Back to Curry. They could win it. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we've watched this one go now to overtime. So Golden State will get the first possession. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Green is out there with Kemp. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Durant, and it's Curry in at the one. Now a timeout called by Boston. They trail by 2. We've got 1:55 left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Elbow shot is on the way. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 10 points for Kyrie Irving.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg does not get much tougher than that. Tough defense, high pressure situation, clutch play. I love it. I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though the dunk rattled out. 99 times out of 100, you'll get the dunk or the foul.
Feeds to Kemp. Rebound, Boston. Mickey's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside Irving. Pass to Smart. Back to Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another miss by Irving. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the floor since the start of overtime. Curry kicks to Durant. There's the feed to Kemp. Money!
Fellas, that two-hand mock to slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Irving drives in. Here's Mickey, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Kevin Martin is checked in for the Celtics. Kemp passes to Curry. Green, the screen. Curry dishes to Kemp. And stolen by Horford. Right side, Martin. Back to Irving to take the lead. Timeout called the Warriors. Curry kicks to Valanciunas. Count it!
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it. and he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
On its way from Hayward for two. Good! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there. Timeout called the Warriors. Picked off in midair. Another tie, and we're going to have a second overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And folks, we couldn't decide a winner in regulation, and we're getting set for the jump ball to start overtime. And here are the Warriors now. Down low, here's Valanciunas, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. We've got 1:55 left in the second overtime period. Good stuff. Outside Irving. Picked by Horford. Left side Irving. He dishes it to Horford. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Horford's got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
Just the shot they wanted. Point blank range.
Curry passes to Kemp. Oh, and he misses the dunk. The Celtics shooting well. 50% from the floor. Martin dishes to Brown. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
Morris is checked in for the Celtics. Curry kicks to Kemp. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
What a night so far for Shawn Kemp. He has 8 points, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
And they've been important to the team. Even if it's only a couple, it's helped them establish a defensive presence inside.
Needed those and got it. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
And here's Boston. Irving attacking. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
Big-time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Way up and over the big guy. And what a time in the ball game to make it happen.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Marcus Morris. Here's Irving. "13 feet away." Again, Irving missing. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
He hasn't been much help to them offensively here in overtime, Kevin. Maybe he's just exhausted.
And they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
And he commits the intentional foul. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. So he comes up empty, missing both.
No time to spare. They need a bucket.
Without question. Then maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Here's Valanciunas. Count it!
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark, so it's just about done, but I need a little more evidence to close the book on.
Irving attacking. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Three-pointer, Martin nails the triple. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. Clark, a double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
Yeah, exactly, but I tell you what, they showed me the heart of a champion here in this one.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Stephen, with a nice win following a tough loss last time out, was there a lesson you learned about yourselves and how you played differently tonight?
Yeah, for sure. Just make the easy play and share the ball. That's when we're really good. We have a lot of talent on this team, and if we get everybody involved, and that's whatever it takes to win tonight, we got to get it done.
Steph, great job tonight. Nice win. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jonas Valanciunas.
This guy's efficient. He don't believe in taking bad shots. He's all about the high-quality shots. It makes him a powerful presence in the low post, and he can impact the game on the defense end, too. He takes a lot of pride in protecting the rim.
Just an unreal performance for him in so many ways. That was a player at the absolute top of his game. It's hard to imagine someone being any more dominant than he was tonight.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
Welcome, everyone, to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see the Golden State Warriors taking on Boston. And it's the Warriors to start out. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. They've got Jonas Valanciunas. Curry is out there with Durant. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Kemp in at the power forward. And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Teardrop shot, and that one's good. On defense, Boston. And Curry, here we go. Can't connect from short range. Johnson with it. And again, it's Robert Parrish. Parrish has got his second basket of the night.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Stolen by Parrish. Crawford outside. And it's Kevin McHale with the finish.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game. That's off as well, so he misses both. We've seen a quick start here for the Celtics. 4-point game, and that one's good.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Now, Kevin, here's what the Celtics head coach had to say when we spoke just a few minutes ago. And my first question was, what's the plan against Kevin Durant? Probably the premier scorer in the entire league. He said, well, it starts with trying to keep the ball out of his hands, because once he catches it, you're kind of at his mercy. Guys, Durant's so long, he can just shoot over the top. When he does get the ball, expect to see some double teams.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Kicks it out to Crawford. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. To the middle. And Durant gets it to go. Assist by Green. Durant's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And Bird, here we go. McHale misses.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times. And he's on his way to the basket, but on that one, they were there.
Here's Johnson, and so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Boston making some changes. Walton's checked in for Parrish. Ainge comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Johnson.
Ricky Rubio.
Here's Rubio. Warriors with the rebound. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
And it could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season. I mean, just because of the way they came through when it mattered most. That's clutch play that could serve them well going forward.
Wide open. And he connects with the jumper.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Here's Valanciunas.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Celtics. They lead by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. We got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Boston.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Steph Curry's out there with Durant. Then there's Draymond Green. Then it's Kemp, and it's Valanciunas in at the center, filling out the middle. Boston shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Warriors trail by 6. Durant dishes to Valanciunas. Inside, stolen by Parrish. Nice ball movement by Boston. Redmond the pass to Rubio. They double him with Green. Pulls up. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not. I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one. Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
So it's Boston now. The Warriors making the shot. Screen by Jones. Here's Ainge. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
Now, here is Ainge. After the miss from Stephen Curry, Ainge kicks to Rubio. comes up empty down low.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And then Kemp slams it in.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Kevin McHale, he checked in for Jones. Bird comes in for Wedman. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Ainge. And Dennis Johnson's subbed in for Ricky Rubio. 1:14 left here in the second. Bird dishes to McHale. Crawford drives in. Warriors with the rebound.
Yeah, credit the D there. Got his hands up and made sure he wasn't comfortable on the release.
Sure did. Stayed real snug on him and didn't allow him the space he needed to get a good shot on.
Here's Bird. Johnson, the pass to McHale. Back to Johnson. Screened by Parrish. Bird against Valanciunas. Johnson can't hit.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for him.
It's Durant on the wing, guarded by Crawford. Green left side. He dishes it to Kemp. 4 on the shot clock. Stolen by Parrish. The baseline J. No good from Bird. Here's Green. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Celtics lead by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You got to like what Shawn Kemp has done in this game.
I tell you what, though, it's going to be important to see if they can slow him down in the second half, because so far they have not had anybody that can disrupt his rhythm down low.
Well, how about guys mixing up the looks? I mean, bump him out a little bit, front him, double him, anything to try to get him off his rhythm.
They've got Bird. McHale is out there with Parrish. Then it's Crawford, and it's Johnson in at the guard position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And that one's good. McHale.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. McHale's got 4 this quarter.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Curry kicks to Kemp, and he cuts it down.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Boston shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And that one falls for McHale. Some changes for Boston. Walton's checked in for Parrish. Ainge comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Dennis Johnson. Warriors trail by 4. Curry with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Curry gets the bucket.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
There's 1:34 left in the third quarter of the game. Green against Bird. McHale with a screen on Green. Boston, no good that time either.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Now here's Curry. He kicks it to Kemp. Walton with the steal. Here's Bird. Bird can't get that one to fall.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those when he misses when he's got that much room.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And it's tied up with that one.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
And Rubio kicks to McHale.
Can you sub that?
Dishes to Walton. Low block shot on the way. That drops. And the Celtics lead by 2. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Bird. The feed now to Rubio. Durant against Ainge. On the wing, Bird. All alone. And he nails the jumper. And it's a 4-point Boston lead.
You know, with all the shots they've knocked down here in the second half, their field goal percentage has crossed the 50% mark.
Yeah, and any team will take that. Excellent in terms of their efficiency.
Rubio outside. 1 second left, and Bird gets it to go on the assist by Rubio. Bird's got 9 points. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Well, it was the Boston Celtics winning their last game against Orlando. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Sean Kemp is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Durant. Then it's Curry. And it's Green in at the 3 slot. Here's McHale and another basket for Boston.
Boy, they're getting into a real groove from inside the three-point line, knocking down those mid-range jump shots.
8 of their last 10 have come from the mid-range.
That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Valanciunas.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
Parrish against Valanciunas. Here's Bird. Here's Parrish. The stupendous finish in traffic.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
To the paint, here's Valanciunas.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question, I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle ahead.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, the head coach for the Celtics, had some instruction for his guys during that break. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Ricky Rubio.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
We've got 1:48 left to play here in the fourth. A shot's good from Parrish.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Valanciunas. Valanciunas has gone 5 of 7 from the field. That's over 71% actually. Johnson kicks to Bird. 1:27 left here in the fourth quarter. Offline from the top of the key. Durant attacking. Misses from short range. Celtics leading by 4. Bird kicks to Johnson. Johnson double teamed. It's deflected. Bird's shot is good.
Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
Down low, Crawford. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist. And now it's an 8-point Celtic lead. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Celtics.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Crawford missing again. And the Warriors with possession here. And it's Kemp slamming it down.
Way to work it up quick. That's a nice break.
And they go to the intentional foul. Here's Bird, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Larry Bird. He's got 11 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show. Not sure there's anything they can do to salvage this one.
Not anymore. I mean, any chance they had got away from him, slipped right out of their hand.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. Here's Durant. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're behind by 7. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And look, this one's out of reach. I don't know what they're thinking with this timeout.
Neither do I. I mean, maybe they're going over their plans for after the game. Who knows? But let's just get out of here.
So we see Boston get the win here.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, I mean thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the San Antonio Spurs at AT&T Center. Last outing for the Spurs, unsuccessful, coming away with a loss to New Orleans. Not much has changed with them this season if you're talking strictly one-loss record compared to a year ago. They're 9th in the West, right about where they were then.
Greetings, everyone, from San Antonio. The Spurs playing host to a Western Conference affair here at the sold-out AT&T Center. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. So Golden State will get the first possession. Now Golden State's starting five. We've got Green. LeBron James is out there with Durant. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Kemp in at the 4 spot.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
Now here's Parker. 11 feet away, no luck. Great D that time from Kemp. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Now, a short time ago, I had a chance to catch up with Greg Popovich. Of course, the conversation veered to the challenge of defending LeBron James, and he said, there's not a lot of good options with him. He can really do it all. I think you just have to try and stay in front of him, and if he gets in close, you have to bring help. And guys, we've seen LeBron really force the issue as far as getting into the lane. We'll see how they do.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And Valanciunas kicks to LeBron. Outside, Green passes it to Aldridge. Offline with his 3.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
And so last season for Tony Parker, somewhat of a shift. I mean, he was solid, but injuries cost him a few games. He also had his lowest assists and points per game totals since his rookie year. But he fought through like the champion that he is.
Here's Parker following the score by Golden State. Offensive rebound.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Now here's Green after LeBron James's miss. San Antonio again missing. Pass to Valanciunas. Leonard with the steal. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The drive by LeBron. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Parker against Durant. Nobody near Parker. That one bounces around and comes back out. The 10-footer. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. From deep three-point range. He got it! Wow. He caught it!
My goodness.
3 points at the buzzer.
Definitely an answer to prayer there.
And LaMarcus Aldridge, the franchise player on this team, without question. He talked about the responsibility. Greg, does that acceptance come with putting a whole lot more pressure on yourself? And if so, what does that do to LaMarcus Aldridge's game?
And you know, Kevin, that's what's going to be so interesting to find out. Some players, they really relish in that situation. They rise to that occasion. Others, I don't want to say they wilt under the pressure, but they're just not comfortable in that environment. And in the NBA, you get to do it on TV and in front of thousands in person.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for San Antonio.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for San Antonio, Mills and Manu at the guards. Anderson is out there with David Lee, and it's Gay in at the 3 spot. Mills can't hit. For a while, the Spurs were viewed as a slow-it-down team from their championships almost a decade ago. That isn't the case at all anymore, though.
I think it took the viewing public quite a while to catch on, though, Kevin, because now most people look at the Spurs as one of the more exciting brands of basketball in our league. Just watching one game of them, and now you know that is the case.
Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Gay, a screen on Kemp. It's Anderson with the drive. Lets it go from 14. It's rebounded by Golden State.
For the Spurs playing up tempo, they made that adjustment several years back, to their credit. Since then, they've been one of the more up-tempo and offensive-minded teams in the league.
Here's LeBron. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And some stats to kind of back up the Spurs playing that up-tempo style. They led the league last year in distance traveled as a team. Their players would cover almost 18 miles per game played. That tells you there's tremendous ball movement, but more importantly, body movement.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Lee. Leonard comes in for Anderson. Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. Gay, a screen on Durant. Parker drives in. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim. And check out the bounce.
Oh, bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing him
said it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Here's Durant. Cannot hit. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, they couldn't do any better than a shooting percentage in the low 30s on that night, guys, and that's pretty much a death sentence.
Yeah, I can't name a team that's going to find a way to win shooting like that. They never had a chance with the touch they had that night.
James outside. Back to Durant. Fires the 3. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Warriors lead by 2. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, there was a point where you seemed to kick it into high gear. What changed as this first half progressed?
Well, we stayed with our defense, and I think we were a little lazy to end that first quarter. We just came out and made them shoot tough shots, and rebound the basketball and get out and get some easy points.
Kevin, thank you so much. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you, and stay with...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. it's a great bounce-back game for him. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get on.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. And look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Durant is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Kemp, and it's Green in at the small forward. It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long clock as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean,
right.
You rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
San Antonio trailing here. Green kicks to Aldridge. The pass to Parker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Gasol dishes to Leonard. 6 to shoot. From 10 feet out. Goes back up. And Gasol lays it in. Gasol's got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty.
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really,
good try.
In a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. David Lee checked in for Aldridge. Ginobili comes in for Green, and it's Mills in for Tony Parker.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
James, no luck. Good D by Lee.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And here's Mills for 3. Kemp with the rebound. Well, as Greg was just talking about, the assistant that was hired was Becky Hammond, a phenomenal player for a very long time in the WNBA. And Clark, you know, you and I were talking about this before. She was a perfect candidate to become the first full-time female assistant.
Yeah, I agree with you, and it might not seem like that big a deal to some, but this was a big-time barrier breaker that the Spurs pulled off.
Leonard with the steal, and here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Shot's good. Leonard's got 9 points.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
LeBron passes to Valanciunas, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Rudy Gay's checked in for Pau Gasol. Now here's Mills. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Leonard. Fader on the way, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. And the Spurs lead by 2. Durant for 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's San Antonio. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Last outing for Golden State, it was a loss to the Celtics in Boston. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Rudy Gay is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Aldridge in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. And he sinks the second. The Spurs shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Parker kicks to Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 13 points for Leonard.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint. And I'm sensing something special going on here tonight.
It certainly does have the feeling of a classic, Greg. Let's see which team is better equipped to handle the pressure.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Durant with it. He's picked up by Parker. Here's James. And a little luck that time, but it drops. LeBron's got 5 points in the quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Gay outside. Back to Parker. From 13. Good. He hits the jump shot. And the Spurs lead by 1.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Parker against Durant. It's stolen by Green. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. No good from Gay.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Pau Gasol's checked in for the Spurs. Durant, no good. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're up by 1. 1:20 left in the fourth quarter. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He told his squad, listen, guys, it's close. It's about execution here. If we do that, I like our chances. No hero ball, just trust each other and make the simple play. Kevin?
And LeBron throws it down.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
.106 left in the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Parker.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
And nice there. He does not waste those opportunities. Just what they needed with this game still in doubt.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Tries to save it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth. Right side Gasol to the middle. Here's Aldridge. It's good.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
The drive by James. Offensive rebound. And Valanciunas kicks to James. He feeds it to Green. To the paint. Tries again. Sinks it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. The game has come down to this.
Ginormous possession here.
What intensity. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Leonard against Durant. Here's Aldridge. Aldridge can't get that one to fall.
And a chance here to send it to overtime.
Got to see the 3 and be the 3 if that's going to happen.
And that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Guys, your thoughts?
You know what? You can talk all you want, but I just don't see a scenario that's going to get them back in it.
Yeah, who knows what he's drawing up in there, maybe working on a play. For down the road in another game, but whatever it is.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Kawhi Leonard.
Well, everyone wanted to come play hard tonight, but I thought the job he did was remarkable.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith,
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
I'm Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal.
The steep twists and curves of famous Lombard Street across the bay in San Francisco. Welcome, everyone, to the Golden State, Oakland, California, the home of the Warriors as they prepare for an Eastern Conference opponent right here. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. And do we have a present for you today? With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And, of course, Andre Drummond, a new face in his career, playing today as a Golden State Warrior for the first time.
And speaking of the trade, I spoke to him earlier, and he's very excited about getting a fresh start with his new team. He thinks he'll be able to get them to that next level.
And this team takes on an entirely different look when he's on the floor. I mean, you've got to believe it's going to improve them by leaps and bounds.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at the Wizards. The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Otto Porter Jr. out there with Andrew Nicholson. And it's Mahimi in at the center. And yes, sir, that one drops.
You know, basketball can be a thing of beauty. And the Warriors showed just how gorgeous ball movement can be last year. Every possession looked like a well-orchestrated concert. It was incredibly fun to watch. Not so much fun, probably, to coach against.
Well, the Warriors did zip the ball around very well last year, Clark. They led the league, as Greg was just talking about, led the league in assists per game. It wasn't even close. Over 27 assists per game as a team.
Yeah, 28 times they had 30 or more assists. In 2014, the team that led in that category was the Spurs. They did it only 16 times.
And, guys, there was a time where people wondered if John Wall could be a team leader. Well, that question has been answered and then some. Unquestioned leader of the Wizards.
Warriors have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. LeBron with the bucket.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over him.
Wall attacking. And it's sent back by Drummond. And now James pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
And for Wall, Greg, and leading the Wizards, it did take some time. Now he does so much, Clark, for the franchise.
On and off the floor. He's really the face of that franchise and has a chance, in my mind, to be an MVP candidate at some point in his career and is living up to the #1 draft pick hype.
And Washington making a change here. Morris is checked in. No good from Durant.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And Morris throws it down.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling. Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Perkins, he's checked in for Nicholson. Thornton comes in for Otto Porter Jr. and Trey Burke subbed in for John Wall. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. And stolen by Burke. Here's Beal. No good. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Warriors on top, up 9. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And an exciting young backcourt in Washington with John Wall and Bradley Beal. Wall said that Beal is known for his appetite. You think John Wall's hungry for a championship in D.C.?
Yeah, I would certainly think. Well, not really. I've seen that dude eat exactly the way John described it. And it is an unbelievable sight to behold. You literally cannot comprehend how anybody could scarf up that much food and still hoop.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
LeBron James is out there with Green, and it's Durant. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Allen in at the point. That's the Warriors 5.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though, and I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up in Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
Clock at 6. Wall draws the double. Here's Mahimi. Again, the Wizards score. Warriors leading by 4.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket. And you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Wall against Allen. All with it to the wing on the left. Quarter outside. And again, Washington with the triple.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. I mean, that's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for Smith. Bradley Beal comes in for Marcus Thornton. And it's Burke in for John Wall.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Beal. 9 points last game. Fires from deep. Shot is no good. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Warriors lead by 2. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Kevin, obviously a very close game. What has been your approach tonight?
Well, we're just trying to pack the paint. Those guys are great. So we're just trying to make them see a few guys, get some deflections, and get some easy baskets.
Kevin, thank you so much. A heart.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what an amazing performance the hometown fan. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 10 points and 1 rebound. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
You know what jumps out at me? Their efficiency on the offensive end. They shared the basketball. Good shot selection. They showed a lot of patience, and that patience will be tested the rest of the way.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
I like to see them create more points in the paint. The problem now is that defenses can set.
Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
So on the floor for Washington, the great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Andrew Nicholson out there with Mahimi. And it's Porter. And at the 3, the small forward. We all know about Durant's injury last season. Strange because he was the model of health pretty much before that.
He really was. I mean, just rarely missed extended time. And factoring he, along with Westbrook, 2 guys who had been really the models of durability. Health is something he nor the fans will ever take for granted again.
Washington trailing. Outside, Wall. There's the pick. There's Beal with the 3. No good. Nice D from Durant.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Pass to Mahimi. The second chance effort. And at last, they get one to fall. Mahimi's got the lead up to 1 now for the Wizards. Durant kicks to Green. Now the feed to Drummond. Pass to Durant. Some nice passing by Golden State here. 5 on the clock. Here's James. That's no basket. His 3rd miss in 8 tries. Washington's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's the screen. It's Wall with the drive. And the rejection by James. To the inside, Allen. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And the Warriors lead by 1.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Nicholson kicks to Beal. The dish now to Porter. Passes to Beal. From deep 3-point range. Leaps for it. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. There's 14 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Poked loose and stolen by Perkins. Here's Wall. Drains the 19-footer. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of it.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Warriors ahead. They're up by 1. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The 4th quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. The Warriors lead it. Allen out there with Durant. And it's LeBron James. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Drummond in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Burke dishes to Beal. Morris with a screen on LeBron. Puts it up from 15. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. So for the Wizards, their last game, a win against Houston. That is good. 6 points for Kevin Durant.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Shot off the pick. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket for Morris.
Oh, perfect execution. The size mismatch was there, and they went right at it.
Not only perfect execution, how about perfect timing, too?
Burke with it. Now Green defending. Morris with the screen for Burke. Morris with a screen on Durant. They double him with Green. Kicks to Burke. Shot clock at 6. Morris with the screen for Burke. Misses the 3. Warriors leading by 3. Here's Allen. Good, and the assist goes to James. 6 points for Ray Allen.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to hear what Randy Whitman was saying to the team. He said, guys, for a team with our firepower, we're playing way too tight. We need to push the ball up the floor, get out in transition, and get those easy baskets. We can do this.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Mahimi's checked in for Perkins. Nicholson comes in for Morris. And it's Otto Porter Jr. in for Marcus Thornton.
Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
Allen passes to James. Lets it fly. Allen's shot is off. Looking at Washington, they took the win in their last game out against the Rockets in Houston. They double him with Green. It's stolen by Green. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody. Whoa!
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. John Wall's checked in for Burke. And Wall kicks to Beal. Back to Wall.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
Oh, you got to love the back and forth action we're witnessing here right now. I mean, the crowd's going crazy. One moment for one three-pointer, and then they come right back and boom, another. Boy, this is starting to get real.
Guys, intensity turned up at its highest level. A perimeter bomb fest going on right now.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Allen with another miss. And it's Washington's ball. 7-point differential. All with it. Now Green defending. Releases. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Marcus Thornton, Trey Burke.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're losing by 7. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, they can call all the timeouts they want, but really, I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah, I'm ready to go home just like the players are. There's nothing they can do to salvage this one right now. Let's go. Get out of here. Game done.
He summed it up.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't think we need to comment after that.
Adios. So we see the Warriors get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but Clark, a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd was not going to let this one slip away.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thanks, guys. Kevin, what was so drastically different about this team's defense in the second half?
Well, early in the game, they got some easy threes, 4 or 5 threes. And they're a great shooting team, and they're great in the paint. So we just had to make a second effort. I think the only adjustment we made was playing harder. And we just got to continue to keep playing together on both ends.
Well, you certainly locked them up. Thank you, Kevin. Over to you guys.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's move on to our Jordan Player of the Game.
He shot over 50% from the field in the game, a testament to how hard he worked to always find the best look possible. He was in constant motion. He found those gaps in the D and made the most of his open looks.
They were riding a 2-game losing streak coming to this game and could not afford to drop 3 in a row. He rose to the occasion for them tonight, big time. They needed this sort of performance from him. He took his game up a few notches. Love it, Ernie.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
Welcome, everyone, to the Golden State, Oakland, California, the home of the Warriors as they prepare for an Eastern Conference opponent right here. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. And that's certainly what we have in store for us today. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. And, of course, Andre Drummond. He's growing with his team, getting more comfortable every day.
That trade is something that has the staff, players, and fans excited. They think it may be the piece of the puzzle necessary to get over the proverbial hurdle.
And with good reason. I mean, we're talking about one of the very best we have in our league, and you have to think he'd help any team.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Iguodala out there with Ibaka. And it's Thunder in at the 5 down low. Puts up the baby hook. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Andre Drummond picks one up. The Raptors shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Here's Ibaka. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Ibaka's got his first points of the night.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play. Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron. And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Now here is Lowry. It's Drummond with the rebound.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they won it.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Pachulia, he's checked in for Thunder. Jared Sullinger comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Joseph in for Andre Iguodala. Pachulia, good.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Now here's LeBron. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Washington. Allen kicks to James. Baseline J on the way, and the jumper is on the mark. James has got his second bucket tonight.
He's hit the ground running here in the first, putting together a nice quarter offensively.
Sullinger the screen. And it's Lowry penetrating. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Lowry's got 5 points so far. For Toronto, they come in off the loss to the Rockets.
And that was one of the few times that you'll see a team just lack fight defensively in losing that game.
Yeah, and I know their fans may not want to hear it, but the reality and the truth is the defensive end of the floor was not what it needed to be in terms of effort.
So it's Toronto now. The Warriors making the shot. It's DeRozan with the drive. It's hauled in by LeBron.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Durant, that's good.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Warriors on top, ending the first quarter on a 12-4 run. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second. And Serge Ibaka, becoming known for his shooting ability now, he talked about the confidence his teammates and his coach. Well, if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is, huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
LeBron James is out there with Green. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Durant, and it's Allen in at the 1. That's the Warriors' 5. And guys, Serge Ibaka's production was just a little off last season. We're not talking, big number changes. We're talking small dips in a number of categories.
Well, one category where he did really fall off, though, Kevin, was field goal percentage. A career 53% shooter, he dropped down to 47.
Raptors trail by 3. And Sullinger kicks to DeRozan. Nails the wide-open jump shot. DeRozan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Got himself into really good position there. Can't pass that shot up, guys.
Allen passes to Durant. Allen outside. The drive by Green. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And getting back to Ibaka, everything changed for him the minute Kevin Durant was lost last season. I mean, defenses could focus on him, and he was the Thunder's only front court scoring threat. And as much as he's improved on offense, he still has neither the flexibility nor skill set to be a guy that can be considered a first or second option offensively.
Durant dishes to Drummond. The drive by LeBron. Here's Green. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Green's got the lead back up to 3 now for the Warriors.
You know, talking about Ibaka, last season was good for his growth. I mean, he got a taste of what it's like to be the first or second scoring option rather than an afterthought. Now it's up to him to take that experience and convert it into improvement.
It's tipped and stolen by James. It's stolen by DeRozan. The floater, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And I believe what that game came down to was their ability to really knock down those triples.
Yeah, I thought the work they did on the perimeter was excellent. It was just too much for that defense, or really any defense for that matter, to handle.
The game now all time.
3 points.
Iguodala's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Inside, just 3 on the clock, and it's Drummond with the jam.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Warriors lead by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will...
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
So the Raptors 5 right now. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Thunder is out there with Ibaka, and it's Iguodala in at the 3 slot. And DeRozan kicks to Lowry. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it. Lowry's got his 3rd basket of the night. And one thing about DeMar DeRozan, such sweet mid-range jump shooting accuracy. It was his bread and butter in college, and Greg, the same here in the pros.
And he gets tremendous lift going up, really squares himself to the rim and releases it quickly. Almost an impossible shot to defend.
Great positioning on the putback.
He never gives up on a missed shot. He feels like everyone is his, and that tip-in paid off for him.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
And Allen with the block. Durant kicks to LeBron. Ibaka with some nice D.
You know, you look at DeRozan. I mean, he wants to expand his game. He's been working on a 3-point shot, but hit only 28% from behind the arc last season. That's not going to help you win on the biggest stages.
They now take the lead. 6 points for Serge Ibaka.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
James, the pass to Green. Outside for Durant. Allen against Lowry. Golden State moving it around. Drummond, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
And speaking of DeRozan, if he wants to expand his game, I think he should actually take it further inside than outside. He has the size, the strength, the leaping ability to succeed at the rim, and that could improve his field goal accuracy, which at 41% is much more a product of shot selection than his ability to make shots.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Good. That's 10 points for Draymond Green.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Allen against Lowry. Unloads from 13. And he drops that one in.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Nails it with a hand in his face. Lowry's got 6 points in the quarter.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. And Toronto has possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade.
Subscribe
for
to
the
the Needle
fourth quarter.
Subback.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, they've got LeBron James. Durant is out there with Allen. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Green in at the 4 spot. The Warriors leading. The drive by James.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Lowry against Allen. Here's Pachulia. Passes it to Lowry. Just 5 on the clock. Tries to hit him. And Allen with the block. And he gets it back. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the Raptors with some changes. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Pachulia. And it's DeRozan in for Corey Joseph.
Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
And I like the fact that the ref's going to give him a little bit of leeway there and a lot more than they used to.
James left side. Over in the corner, Allen. Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
Surprisingly, he hasn't really been a big part of their offense. I don't think he ever got into a rhythm.
And finished off by DeRozan.
Tell you what, coaches love to see that kind of hustle, guys. I mean, getting after it on the offensive boards, that's always a winning play.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The hustle's great, guys, but I think we all prefer to see the finish when you can go up and throw it down like that.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
All sorts of time. And it comes off the front of the rim.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Durant dishes to Allen. James kicks to Green. To the inside. Here's Drummond. They grab their own miss. Another shot. Good work defensively by Ibaka.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
DeRozan. Yes! And the foul. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Oh, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him. Talk about a terrific game for DeRozan. He has 11 points and a couple of nice steals, too. He's given them a lot with his passing and with his defensive work.
How about the activity of those hands here today?
Money!
It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Drummond, no good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're down by 4. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
You know what? And they're going to draw up something where they can get a quick shot and then maybe a foul.
That's got to be the game plan here. I mean, free throws are really their only hope. Points with the clock stopped.
And now they foul and stop the clock. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And the second of 2 is good. That will put them up by 2. Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're behind by 2. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
Yeah, and in this case, you debate often. You hear guys debate whether to take a 2 for the tie or a 3 to win. In my case, with this situation, I think you go hard inside and see if you can get a good shot in close.
Nine seconds left to play here in the fourth. DeRozan passes to Thunder. Oh, no good. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Let's keep it going for your Warriors girls.
From deep, James. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. Regulation is ended, and we're heading to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Well, if you're just joining us, this one has been a great one. We've got overtime action now, folks. So Golden State will get the first possession. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Jared Sullinger is out there with Iguodala. And it's Thunder in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. DeRozan with it. And Allen picks him up defensively. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through DeRozan. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. Those are changes that Coach must feel very strongly about if he's willing to make them now, here in overtime, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
Wow, the fans are really getting their money's worth tonight. What an entertaining ball game.
Up to this point, Greg, it's been almost impossible to separate these teams. I think this one's going to be close all the way.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist. You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And, guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be.
Drummond dishes to Durant. Shot clock at 5. It's Drummond with the drive. And it's Lowry with the rebound. Stolen by Durant. Here's LeBron. Toronto grabs the miss.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
It's stolen by Lowry. Thunder passes to Sellinger. Iguodala buries it from outside.
Boy, right now they're just getting a fantastic effort from Kyle Lowry.
And here's Golden State. Durant kicks to Drummond. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty. And that's an intentional foul. Gets the first. That will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws. And he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
Timeout called the Warriors. They trail by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. What's your take, guys?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I mean, I'm not quite sold on the quick 2. I think they got to look for a quality 3 to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
At the line for the Warriors, Kyle Lowry.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game. Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're down by 6. 9 seconds left in the first overtime. And here's James outside. Knocks down the 3.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So it gets them both, and it's a 5-point game. So it's the Warriors now. The 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game.
Kyle, congrats.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
With Shaq. Never gets old. A textbook example of making play after play.
He's off that good energy.
A ton of his points were coming inside tonight. It really speaks to how aggressive.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From
Yo. Yo. Shit, playing my season. Yeah, NBA. Yeah. Hell yeah. Shit, my brother-in-law grabbed this shit. Just to play, for us to play. We've been out all day. Oh, for real. Oh, okay. I got Kevin Durant and LeBron.
It's the 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. It's the Miami Heat facing the Golden State Warriors. And it's the Warriors to start out. So the opening lineup for the Heat, Jefferson is out there with Haslem. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Bosh in at the 5, roaming the paint.
You said what? I'm playing with Golden State.
Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Curry's got the
I got LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, Andre Drummond.
He's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Ray Allen.
And there's the pass to Jefferson.
I've been making trades and shit.
Passed away. Good, and Curry gets...
Hey, you niggas be pissing me off.
Gets the assist. Wade's got his first 2 points of the night.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
On defense, Miami. 4-point game. Allen kicks to Durant. The 9-foot shot. And it's Haslem with the rebound.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Wade. Warriors with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
You know, it seemed like once it went to overtime, the confidence from both teams just really seem to go in opposite directions, and unfortunately for them, they were on the wrong side of that equation.
And, you know, Greg, that's the case a lot of times when you have an uneven matchup like that. I mean, the longer it stays close, the more the underdog starts to believe it can win.
Now here's Allen, following the miss by Chris Bosh. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Oh, wow. Whatever.
1:21 left to play in the first quarter. Curry attacking, and it's sent back by Drummond. Now the Warriors moving it up. James with the ball, and it's Green with the jam.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Oh, yeah, I need you to step up, man. I need you
Curry
to
against
stop
that.
for it,
Curry
bro.
kicks to Haslam. Good ball movement here by Miami. Shoots from the baseline. Great D that time from LeBron. And here's Golden State. To the paint. Drummond passes to Green. Here's Allen. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Curry kicks to Bosh. Green with the rebound. And it's the Warriors' ball. LeBron James on the wing.
Oh, no.
Kicks it to Drummond with 2 seconds left. Howard down with both hands.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Corey.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so
yeah,
far.
She died from
Warriors
the
ahead. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
Drinking too much alcohol.
And off we go. A close game. Now starting the second quarter. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Chalmers is out there with Hersey Hawkins. Then it's Shane Battier. Then there's Chris Bosh. And it's Anderson in at the pivot spot. Manning the middle. Allen for 3. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Allen's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Chalmers against Allen. They set the pick. High, arcing shot. Here's Anderson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there. Just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And the second free throw, good. The Warriors leading. James kicks to Allen. Allen with another miss.
Trying to get this
so for the Heat,
in
their last game, a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. That's good from Battier on the assist by Chalmers. Battier's got his first basket of the night.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
And good on the basket. Book it.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Here's Anderson, and the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused him miss.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And Miami making a change here. Cole's checked in. Now here's Allen. Pass to LeBron. 5 to shoot. Back to Allen. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And that one's good. Durant.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Here's Cole. The dish to Bosch. Right through the D for the layup. Bosch has got 4 this quarter.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Allen kicks to LeBron. The feed to Durant. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Durant's got the lead up to 5 now for the Warriors.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
A nice shot by Anderson.
You know, the rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. James against Battier. It's LeBron with the drive. That's good. James has got the lead back up to 5 now for the Warriors.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Bosch can't hit the turnaround jumper. That will count. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Warriors lead by 5. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California.
Wish we had played better, man. I got Durant and LeBron, bro. We still been getting out.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection.
Yeah,
all
bro,
of his looks were good looks.
We've got Allen. Andre Drummond is out there with Durant, and it's Green, and it's LeBron in at the 3 slot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Now here's Curry. Drills the 3-pointer. Curry's got 5 now.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
Durant kicks to James. He dishes it to Drummond. It's stolen by Haslem.
Oh my God, this nigga got lit. Wow.
Here's Curry, and Durant sends it back. Jefferson, that's good.
Jeez, man.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. To the inside, off the screen, and Green with the lay-in. And the Warriors lead by 4.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Miami shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. First one falls for him. Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Chris Bosch. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
Allen kicks to Durant. Back to Allen. Feeds it to Durant. Pass to Drummond. Durant dishes to Drummond. And that one is hammered home.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
And that one's good. Haslam's got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Durant, the pass to Allen. He kicks to Drummond. Left side, Durant. Outside, Green. 5 on the clock. LeBron James on the wing. And it takes a hard bounce.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
The shot by Wade, no good.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Allen outside, takes the 3. Rebound by Mario Chalmers. Outside Curry. And Jefferson wide open. He shoots, and that misses. That would have put him up. It's deflected. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Warriors ahead. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. They've got Dwayne Wade. Hawkins is out there with Curry. Then there's Chris Bosh. And it's Anderson in at the power forward.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
To tie it up. Rebound Andre Drummond.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And if you came to see offense, folks, then you are getting your money's worth.
Yeah, you're getting all the snap, crackle, and pop you want from a scoring standpoint in this one. I just hope you didn't come to see any D. Because if you did,
let's go.
you've been in for a
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
He took good advantage of that screen. 10 points for Steph Curry.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Here is Hawkins following the score by Golden State. And it's sent back by Drummond. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for the Heat.
You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around. And that's why he needed the timeout.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear the Heat's coach going over their game plan during that break. He told them it's time to fight and take the lead. Let's put ourselves in position to bring it home. Guys, we'll see if they've got what it takes to get it done.
Now here's Durant, and it's Curry with the rebound. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. The pass to Hawkins. Uncovered, and good. He nails it.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Allen kicks to Drummond. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
Jefferson's checked in for Hawkins. Bosh dishes to Curry. It's stolen by Allen. Here's Durant.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. There's 53 seconds left in the game. Bosh can't get it to go.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Green against Wade.
Come on, Green.
And it's good.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Allen kicks to James. Banked in off the glass. James has got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Warriors.
really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Back to Drummond. There's a screen. It's stolen by Wade. And they're running. Here's Jefferson. Plenty of space. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Here's James. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're trailing by 8. 3 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, you like the fight all the way to the end, but let's face it, guys, this one's over.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I really think you shouldn't be allowed to call timeouts late in the ball game if there's no chance for it to do any good on the scoreboard.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching.
31.
And now, we present the Jordan.
KD. Might have to keep your ass in. Might have to keep that nigga right where he at.
Why? Mm-hmm. Yeah, even I agree with my uncle, bro. I agree with my uncle that that catch rule has a lot of gray area. Cause he said you can be a receiver can catch it and be out of bounds, but he puts the ball over the pylon and it'll be a touchdown. Or Le'Veon Bell can catch it, but since he's not a receiver, they'll call that a touchdown if he did the same thing. So that's kind of short though. If it applies to one, it should apply to all.
Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. We'll see the Golden State Warriors facing Cleveland.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
Holy shit, what time is it? Holy shit, it's 11. I might have an early night. Holy shit. That might, I don't know.
So Golden State will get the first possession. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. A starting 5 on the floor. And Golden State looking at who they've got. They've got LeBron James. Durant is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Allen. And it's Green in at the 2 spot. And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. Ilgauskas, the pass to Snow. Durant with the steal. Here's James. Second chance shot, and it's denied.
Yo, man, them Manchester supply drops are fucking bullshit.
James against Allen.
I haven't really got.
Baseline J on the way. Warriors with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when the team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
Green kicks to Durant. And stolen by Ilgauskas. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's LeBron. Good.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
1:41 left to play in the first quarter. Durant kicks to LeBron. The three-pointer, no good.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And the jam by Ilgauskas.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
LeBron dishes to Drummond. Durant attacking. And that one's good. And here are the Cavaliers now. Hughes with it. Now Green defending. Passes it to Snow. Inside. And stolen by LeBron. And it's the Warriors on the break. Allen leading the charge. And that one's good. Durant.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
And they double up James.
Okay.
Here's Snow. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
What was it?
James in the post. Hughes covering. Durant kicks to Allen.
Backpack.
That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Allen's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Here's Snow. LeBron outside.
Good D, LeBron.
Wow, he ran out of it, bro.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. The Warriors on top. They lead by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade it?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
What happened?
Gibson with it. So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Allen is out there with Green. And it's Durant. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's James in at the 3 spot. Here's Levine. 6 to shoot. Dishes to Gooden. Cleveland moving the ball around. And LeBron James gets it to go.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Tell you what, it's been a different story for them at the line this season. When you measure those numbers against last season, I mean, they've taken a big-time dip, guys.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And here are the Warriors now. Their next game is at the Rockets Arena in Houston for a game with the Rockets. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Durant, that's good.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to Chicago. Pass to Gooden.
Be happy with that.
Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
And just a nice combination of size and feel there. Terrific finish down low.
LeBron passes to Durant, and the shot is good. Durant's got 5 points now this quarter.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
I mean, he didn't really do that much, bro.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Ilgauskas is checked in for the Cavaliers. Wesley comes in for Gibson. 1:22 left to play in the first half. The drive by...
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that you know, just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. And it falls over the rim and in. James has got 11.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
Can't make good off the screen.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Here's Durant. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. James with it. He's picked up by LeBron. The feed to Varejao. Releases from 15. Here's Ilgauskas. No luck. Good D by Drummond.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Allen, that's good.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Warriors lead by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime.
You said attack.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Yeah.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Durant dishes to Drummond and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Snow, the pass to LeBron. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. LeBron's got 15 points.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Here's Durant. Good. And the Warriors lead by 3.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
On the wing, Hughes. No one near him. Good, and the assist goes to James. Hughes got his first basket of the night.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Durant with it. He's picked up by James. The drive by James.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Gibson's checked in. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. The dish to James. 4 on the clock. No good from Gibson. Warriors leading by 3. Green kicks to LeBron. Puts up a 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give you.
James. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
There's the double team with Allen. Drummond working against Gibson. Baseline try. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from James.
You know, the turnaround jumper, guys, is one of those shots that always just looks so good. I mean, it's got that nice, smooth, singular motion. Sweet. You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
It's all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks the coach drew on.
A different look now for Cleveland. Farajao comes in for Drew Gooden. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Daniel Gibson. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. LaVine dishes to James. Pass to Farajao. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
For Cleveland, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
At the line for 2.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Green to the middle, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
bringing it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from LeBron. And stolen by LeBron. LaVine. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Warriors ahead. They lead by 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Here's Allen.
I know, right? I didn't understand that.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Drummond. Draymond Green is out there with Allen. And it's LeBron James. And it's Durant in at the 4 slot.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
James, the pass to Augustus. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 3 assists tonight.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
Back to Durant. And Drummond kicks to Durant. Drummond dishes to Durant. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Drew Gooden has checked in for Augustus. Larry Hughes is subbed in for LaVine. And it's sent back by Drummond. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Here's Durant. The shot is off. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
LeBron against Allen. Picked by Varejao. LeBron passes to Snow. 5 on the clock. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Warriors leading by 5. Allen for the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. James has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Hughes. And it's sent back by Drummond. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. Timeout called. Cleveland. They're behind by 5. 1:24 left in the 4th quarter. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He laid out the X's and O's and told them, we're still alive, guys. We've just got to work together, trust each other, and play our backsides off. Kevin. We'll see if they've got enough in the tank to get over the top.
He's such a clutch shooter, Kevin. He just lives for the big shot.
It's Durant on the wing. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Farage.
Durant doing all sorts of things. He's got 13 points, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well.
It really has been, Clark. He's created a lot of open looks for his teammates. Very unselfish play from him today.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Ilgauskas is checked in. And the Cavaliers call time here. They're down by 3. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter of this one. We've got 1:08 left in the game. The drive by James. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Warriors leading. It's Durant on the wing. He's covered by Snow. Green in the post. Working on Ilgauskas. It falls.
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
No room for mistakes right now.
The pass to Snow.